Greetings and welcome to my World of Tanks video. This is Allegiance Season, Week 3. What's New Tuesday? Well, I guess the biggest thing of What's New Tuesday is this hideous monstrosity that you see is the Tank Cup tank. So, you know, this is the French ELC 90, Tier 6. The 90 referring to a 90mm cannon that it has. So, what that means, let me show you. This means that I was on the winning Tank Cup team with millions of other guys who started on other teams and ended up sliding our way over to Team Ragnarok. So let me show you, there's one more picture here. And this is the other award. Well, there's the award of the tank, as you can see, but the award of the Team Ragnarok camouflage colors. So my friend chose Team Ragnarok from the beginning. I chose originally Team Cyclops because they had more tanks that I would normally run. So, you know, just as for a convenience, I did that. But when my team was you know, obviously not popular, it's really what it boils down to, I switched to Team Ragnarok at the first opportunity. So that's just, you know, full transparent honesty. I did not start out with Team Ragnarok, but I finished with them, and that's really all that matters. So we have some more new stuff, and that explains this hideous color. This is the Team Ragnarok colors. And then if you see in the coiled tow wire under the gun, you can see a Team Ragnarok logo emblem. Unfortunately, it didn't let you put it anywhere where it was more obviously to be seen. You know, you see the small circular emblems. Yeah, I can put a Team Ragnarok emblem on there, but you can't tell what the heck it is. So, you weren't thinking too much on that one. I would have done it something different, but that's okay. This is your, well, for those of you who did not win this tank, you can go and buy it in the store. Which I had no idea. I thought it was going to be winner take all, losers get nothing. So it's kind of good. This is it right here. You know, and it gives you, you know, camouflage for all the different teams. So I guess you can represent your team colors. Oh, we can't look at I can't look at the blank tank. Well, not in here. You can, but whenever you do that on a tank you own, it shows your tank. So they don't come with the red on there. It comes with the regular, you know, kind of blue-green Frenchy default color. So there's also a ton. Okay, these are already there. And this is the first of the new tanks that are available for sale. There's the Kunze-Panzer, which is one of those siege mode tanks. And I saw the video about this. You know, it's like the STRV and a couple other ones that have different. They're kind of like multiple personality. You have the siege mode where you gain accuracy. Your speed is lower, but you gain accuracy. Basically, that's what it boils down to. So Tier 9 German, you know, expensive, somewhat butt kicker. For those of you who don't have the Excalibur, tremendous Tier 6 tank destroyer. A bargain tank worthy of acquisition. I have it. I was shocked at how good it was. So if you don't have a premium tank destroyer, you want one that's good tier 6, you know, it's really good. Really, really good. It just, you know, if that fits what you're looking to do, it was really good. It doesn't have a turret. It has a swinging gun that has, you know, maybe not quite. I'm just going to show mine here. So it has a gun that swings about, I don't know, 45 degrees each way. So it has a, well, maybe more than 45. It's almost like having a turret. But it's very smooth and easy to use. Drives great. There's some, you know, crazy stuff here. Taskmasters. That was an ISU 130. That's a Type 62, and that's something else. I don't know what that is. Oh, AMX 1357. I don't have an AMX 1357. I don't have the Japanese Senshi Star. And I do have an ISU 130, but I have the Heavy Metal Heroes version that's more expensive than this one. I got it out of a card, luckily. Interceptors. Well, these are not interceptors. KV 122. These are heavy tanks. AMX Chasseur de Char. I don't know what that is. STRV S1. That's a Swedish tank destroyer. That the Wedge is what it is. That's just about the flattest tank you've ever seen. And these are very good. What is this? This is... Oh yeah, Type 62. I have this Type 62. I have this Super Sherman. That came from one of the seasons. And this is an IS-5. Another, what, Tier 8. The only IS I have is the IS-2, which I got from Gingerbread. And the Heavy Metal Heroes is the Super Sherman, which I have. I have this version. I guess it's the only version. Not 100% sure, but it doesn't really matter. Triple Nickels, these are all Tier 5s. So, 4,000, a terrific deal if you like these tanks. Type 3 Chi Nu Kai. M4 improved. I have this, but you can get this tank for free if you have Game Pass. I have a video of how you can get this tank and 2 others for free. So do not buy this pack unless you already have the M4 improved, and preferably you've got it for free. But, you know, on the Game Pass, you're going to need Game Pass to get the M4 improved for free. But if you don't have Game Pass, you can always do the dirt cheap trial and then cancel. And you get 3 tanks, this one plus 2 others, a Tier 6 and a Tier 5. Captured KV-1, and the other one is a T-3485M. So if you want to buy this 3-pack, get this M4 improved for free. Because this would be, supposedly this Bogatyr, I do not have it. It's supposed to be very good. So I just gave you the heads up. Like I said, I have it. I uploaded that video in less than a week ago, like 3 or 4 days. Commonwealth mediums. Firefly Sherman, I have this from a card. And AC4 experimental. This is very similar to the Vanquisher or the Sentinel that was in this season on stage number 50. Is that right? Stage 25. So, what is this? Heavy staples. Emil. And this is the VK75.01 regular. This tank is the Icebreaker, but the Icebreaker is just a different camo, and it has the camo net and all the stuff on there. So this is essentially an Icebreaker, but the Icebreaker was just the special camo that I have, and the Icebreaker is really good. It's a fun tank. It's really slow, has a long reload, but pretty powerful. If you're interested in those heavy guys, you know, that's good stuff. You know, it's a little expensive. It's not bargainish to me, but if it's right up your alley, it would be worthwhile. These are spotting tanks, El Cheapos, M3 Light, El Cheapo tank. Russians, these are both the Russians, Tetrarch. This is the Tier 2, so I have both of these tanks. I don't use the M3 Light, I got it in a card, so it's a freebie that I really am not interested in using. I have better Tier 3 light tanks than an M3 Light, so M3 Light is one of those things that if you have a better Tier 3 light, you don't need this. If you don't have a better Tier 3 light, well then it's a good thing to have. So it's one of those things. It's one of those. This is the M3 light. I have like the Thresher, which is like this, way better. You know, so there's a lot of things that, you know, it appeals to people, but Tetrarch, this is a terrific deal. The Tetrarch, I bought that for like about $950 or $940, whatever it was. It was on sale in the store about 4 or 5 months ago. I picked it up. Good tank for Tier 2 especially. And the Tier 2 tank are awesome. If you don't have any Tier 2s, it's awesome to run for long hauls. Tier 2 matches are short, so you can run 12 and up matches per hour in a Tetrarch. So, you may not want the M3 Light, like I really don't want it myself, but that Tetrarch, if you don't have a Tier 2 tank and you want to do faster long hauls, jackpot! Also, you can look at my video that shows you how to get a free Panzer 38H Tier 2 and a T2 Light Tier 2. So, you might want to look at those first. They're better than this. But it's just one of those things. If you want to, you know, I have it, it's, you know, cool. Good tank. If you want to get it, go ahead and get it. But you can get the Panzer 38H and the T2 Light together for free. Download it right from the store. Not going to cost you a penny. You don't have to do the Game Pass sign up. You don't have. All you got to do is go there and download it, and you get 2 free premium tanks. But make sure you have garage slots for those tanks, because they don't come with garage slots, which is really weird. My friend did it. He only got one of them because he only had one garage slot, and he bought another garage slot, and he still hasn't gotten his Panzer 38H yet, which was really bogus. Okay, so that I didn't know. I just found that out. So just giving you the heads up on that. Bruising mediums. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, I probably have to buy this. I had the T-34 shielded. That came from a season. And a Panzer 5.4, I don't have it. And it's kind of vicious. It's kind of vicious. I don't know how much this dude sells for on its own, but I would say probably 3,000 is my guess. It's got to be ballpark of 3,000 or maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure. I know it's a beast, so I got to probably buy that tank. Impactful Duo. This is very good. I have both of these tanks. That's a Tiger 131. That is the current tank of the month. All right, so let's look at this for a second. Hang on. All right. Yeah, Tiger 131 is the current tank of the month. Now, the dilemma you have is 6750 gold. That's a toughie, because if you buy this as tank of the month, this tank costs $10 and it comes with 850 gold as part of the deal. So, and they have it right in this store, or you can go to the Microsoft store. Either one doesn't really matter to me, whatever floats your boat. But I bought it as tank of the month for $10. This tank was more expensive, 6,700 or 6,800, something like that by itself. So it just all depends. If you have gold to spend here, you could do that. If you want to spend the $10 to get extra gold, 850 gold, plus I think you get something else. I don't know. We'll go and see in a second. T-34-88. This is a really fun tank. Okay. And I have to tell you, I am not a medium tank player by, you know, it's not what I'm best at, okay, and not what I have the most fun playing. However, I enjoy this tank. The reason why I enjoy this tank is because this is a T-34 with a German 88 gun. That's a Tiger 1 gun. And that thing makes mincemeat out of mice. You're probably too young to understand, I'll make mincemeat out of that mouse. So that's a Klondike cat. So that gun is a Klondike cat. It will make mincemeat out of mice. I was just talking, I was in a party with my friends and we were talking. One of them is doing the Talon contract, which I'm doing also. And he's stuck because he has to do 4 times. He's got to score twice the amount of damage of his hit points. And I said, I'd consider this guy as one of them. And in the match, I hadn't played this thing in probably 10 days or more. First game out of the gate, 2200 damage, MVP. Not anticipated at all. It was just one of those things that sometimes the luck of the draw is in your favor. I just, had good matchups, and I was. This is a tier 6. I was in a tier 7 game, and MVP'd it with over 2 times. I think it's 720 hit points. So I was literally 3 times my hit points. So I said, dude, if this is the one I would use, I'd start here on that. And actually, that's coming up in the next stage that I'm in. And I'm going to start with this guy doing that because I am not a great medium tank player. But this thing handles great, has real solid defense, so that you don't have to be a precision player. And that gun, if you can aim, you can win. So, speaks for itself. The only thing I don't have is I don't have this commander for it. So, I don't know how much they charge me. You can't buy this commander really any other way. So it's like, I can buy this and they'll refund me the tank costs. I'd have to find out what those sell for and see how much it's going to end up costing me for this commander. But it's a real German commander, and I could shove that dude. I don't know which one does he go to. Does he go to the Tiger 131? I mean, I can rearrange my commanders, swap the stats, swap the skills for the ones that are in whichever tank he goes to and shove them in there, and that'll be great, which is probably what I'm going to do. I think he goes to the Tiger 131. But hey, I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe it's this one he goes to. I swear I saw this guy in like 2 weeks ago or something. And I think it was a T-34-88 for sale. I don't remember. But there's a lot of good options here as a bargain tank hunter. Those first tank spotters are actually more valuable to you if you're needing a tier 2 guy to add to your long haul options. Okay, so that the first spotters a bunch of kind of garbage tanks, but they're kind of good if you need tier 2s. Okay, so it's one of those things. Bruising mediums. That's the Bogatyr, etc. No, that's T-34 shielded and the Panzer 5.4. That's another good bargain. Worthy of consideration. Most of the rest of these aren't really bargain enough, except maybe triple nickels. If you want a Japanese tank, the M4 improved American Sherman with the angular turret, and the Bogatyr is supposed to be a vicious freak. So this is a good bargain. The rest of these are pretty expensive. They're okay deals, okay, but they're not. They definitely wouldn't qualify as bargains. None of those would. Interceptors, kind of medium, but overall, no. Now I'm a bargain guy. I'll go for the bargain tanks. That's just me. So here we got my one complaint is that you can't buy Santa Claus by himself. These girls, that's a good deal, man. If you don't have 3-star commanders, those girls, and that's a good deal. 2,300 each, basically. I have her and I have him, and I paid full price, and they're awesome. So these are the pinups that you can add to your tanks. You can't really see; they don't show you the actual pictures. They just show you a little iconic emblem. But on the HETZER, the girl's on the side of the tank. It looks fantastic. The rest of these sales are nothing really super spectacular. You don't need all of these. All right, let me go through this for you again if you have never heard this. These are vehicle experience. Now these are ×5 are great. They're really good. Man, you don't need 100 of these dudes for 10,000. I mean, you do indirectly. It would be nice to have. But geez, that's expensive, dude. That's 100. They charge 100 gold each. It's only one game. ×5 vehicle experience. And what happens is the problem is that when you use a vehicle experience, you don't just use it on your daily double. And that's when you use them. You use these when you have a daily double opportunity so that your ×5 doubles and becomes a ×10. And that's a monster. But at 100 gold for that, I'm like, dude, if you're doing that, I don't know, man. I think you're just kind of over the edge. That's just me. Just play the game, you know. I mean, I am stuck with some tanks that I don't really enjoy playing very much, okay? They're okay, but I mean, if it's a C+ tank to you, when you start getting A caliber tanks, you're like, C+, you know, whatever. So my philosophy is rather than buying these, man, I just buy cards, okay? I gamble on key cards. You're going to get ×2 and ×3 vehicle boosters, etc., and all these things in the cards. And you're just going to consume these and throw them away. So my philosophy is I get cards because you're going to get a good deal overall. You're going to, you know, if you get lucky at all. Well, the thing is, you have the opportunity when you buy cards, for example, and my recommendation is always the blue card pack of 30. It's the cheapest price. They're like $1.33 a card. All right. And what happens is you get 30 of those, cost you $40.03. And what happens is you're gambling. You're going to get a guaranteed minimum absolute is 4,500 gold. Usually averages about 53 to 5,500. All right. But the gamble that you're taking is that you can win bonus prize tanks, and you're going to get vehicle boosters ×2, ×3, commander booster ×4, commander booster ×6, potential silver booster ×2. You could get an extra card. You could get days of premium. So you get extra bonus things, of which these are them. I do use up all of my boosters, but I don't rely upon them because it's kind of the cheap way to do it. Not cheap in cost. It's expensive. Okay, these are awesome. ×2 silver boost. Let me show you. All right, now these are just the Christmas stuff, but you can't buy Santa by himself. You can buy Santa Claus, you know, and that stupid Krampus together. Well, I already had that Krampus. He's hideous. Okay, I hate him. He's ugly. All right, you can buy the tank in Santa. You can buy the two guys, and you can buy the skin if you have the tank already. Yeah, the tanks don't do anything for me personally. It's too expensive. I'm good for it. I mean, this is great. Slaying all the way is fantastic. This is the basic tank. This is not the Santa skin is not on it. It should be on it. Whatever. You get it. All right. You get the vehicle skin. I guess maybe if we do this, will it show it? It won't show it. God, these guys are dumb. You got to show this because it's got the sack of Santa's toys for the kids. It's fantastic. This looks awesome. I don't want to play this tank, so I'm 11,680. If you want to play, what is that? I think it's a tier 8. I think that's a tier 8 tank, right? It tells you tier 7. Looks like tier 7. It's cool if that's what you want. I have way better ones. So it's like, once again, that's a good tank. Okay, great. If you want the Santa Claus, but I'm not paying 11. I'm not paying 11,000 for this. Almost 12,000. I got a GI Joe tank that's way better than this for a little bit less than this actually. So it's just all your own personal deal. All right. Let me show you. We were talking about boosters. These are boosters that I have. All right. Times 3, 6. Times 2, 14. I've been using some of these as well for my T49 because I got 250,000 experience to go, and I don't really like playing that C+ or B- tank. So it's I use them every game, or I just do a daily. I do the daily double. I'll get it eventually. It doesn't really matter. Commander bonuses. I use these on my big crew trainer. That I got that Panzer 38H. That's what this is awesome for that tank. Silver boosters, 22. Now these have come from the gingerbread. Okay, so the thing that I've been doing is that what I do is I run long haul missions primarily with my Sexton, although I did do some with my Panzer 38H. Those are high rotation. That Retrarch is in the high rotation matches. And those high rotations, the Tetrarch has a strong gun. So if you can make a lot of kills like I do, the Panzer 38H makes quite a few kills. And I'm an elite artillery guy, so I make a lot of kills in my Sexton. And so that generates gingerbread sales. And the gingerbread sales have been raking it in for me. And one of the prizes you get on gingerbread sales, 150,000 silver, 50,000 silver, times 2 silver boosters come in there, and I'm raking it in. Now, they're not real common, but the point is I am pounding out stuff, and I'm getting paid either silver, some cruddy emblems, and then silver boosters. I don't pay for these things. I do not buy boosters like this. I get them from long haul cards, or whenever I randomly buy some cards, I get them from there. So that's the thing. I really don't. It's a personal deal. I'm not going to go blow money on boosters that I could have just done and played the game myself, okay? So, whatever floats your boat. I'm not here to tell you how to run your life. I'm just trying to give you some ideas of how to wisely spend your money or your gold, whatever. So, let's go back. I don't think there's anything else we missed. Special deals, bundles, premium, yeah. Oh, premium's on sale. I always got to mention this. Now, if you're not sure about premium, should you ever buy premium, this would be a one-time thing. You could buy a 3 or 7 day, and it's an okay deal. All right, it's not a great deal. It's okay. It's solid. But realistically, what my recommendation to you is only buy. Whoops. If you're going to buy premium, I bought premium 7 days when they had the sale, and it comes periodically where it's half price. It's like $650 or whatever it is. $625 is half price. It's about half price for a week. I did that. I had a bunch from a season. I was running low, and I did it. I'm like, I'm gonna run out of premium. I was working on the contract. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. I did that, and actually never ran out of premium. That was back in August. Like late August, early September. So I did that, You can only do it once. And then on the same price as today or this week, Black Friday, 30 days, $18.75. So this is the Black Friday price for the 30, the 180, and the 360. Those are the Black Friday prices. Now, I'm going to tell you what I tell everyone else. As a math guy, I've been paying attention, and there is a point, if you're a daily player, you hit 50, 60, whatever there's, and everybody, the number will change from person to person on how you play the game. So the number is a range, say, in between 40 and 100, depending on who you are, on how you play. You hit 40 to 100, you're probably never going to have to buy premium time ever again if you're a daily player like myself. So on Black Friday, I bought 2 months. That was $3,700, $3,750 actually, $3,750 for 2 months of 230 days. Because look at the price, the difference. The 7 days is $1,000. For less than the price of 2 weeks, you get 4 weeks and 2 days. Speaks for itself. The jump in value, the 7 day is fine. You know, if you're experimenting, you're not sure, you want to see what it's like. Great choice, either 3 or 7. You don't want to, you know, commit yourself to, and I understand that's fine. Don't have any problems. But once you decide, yeah, I need to do this, 30 days is the way to go. 180 is probably too much for most people. It's up to you. You know, figure out what your thing is. Talk to your friends. Ask them how much premium time they have. Me, I have 106. My friends, the big gold farmers, okay, they're bigger than me. They've been doing it longer. As a gold farmer, those guys, a few years back on Black Friday, they bought like a year. And they both have over 400 days of premium time. So when you play a certain level, you just want to get that base. Like I said, it's between 40 to 100, depending on the person. If you buy a year, most likely you're never going to use that entire year. You could have bought 2, 3 months, whatever it is, that would float your boat. Like I said, everybody's play frequency is different in what they do, and how if you pay attention to operations, to contracts, you can get premium time in those for free. You can essentially get premium time here and there. It shows up to the point where once you hit this magic line for you, your thing never goes really below that, and you're gonna always, and it'll go from throughout the year. The frequency of when you acquire premium time will change. In the seasons, like you had the season box for 3 free days, and in the season there was 11. That's 14 days free. All right, half of a month essentially, and you know they're there. You know, you pick up a pack of a deal sometimes comes with a free premiums, whatever, promos, etc. So my recommendation to you, if I was going to go invest in that, man, 2, 3, 4 months at the most. But you know, you got to figure it out for yourself how frequently you play, and try contracts if you haven't tried contracts. Like, let me show you. Oh, these are Frenchies. Okay, so here we'll just do this. Let me search this for clear this guy. I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you a contract tank. There we go. Bingo. Stinger. Whoops. Finish this contract. It's a little butt kicker is what it is. So I did this contract. It took me about two weeks, I think. Something like that. Maybe a little bit longer. I didn't even try hard, okay? Believe me, I could have done this contract in a week. easy if I wanted to concentrate solely on this contract. 10 days on the outside, okay, not a big deal. Stinger contract is going to expire relatively soon, and let's look at this. There will be, let's look, Stinger. When does Stinger go away? Stinger is, the screen is small. All right, Stinger. How many days is left? Well, it won't tell me how many days are left because I already own it. The machine. Wow, that's interesting. The machine is the one that just showed, so does the slapjack. Chisel is ending, or let me see for a second. Yeah, overtime ends in 6 days. Okay, yeah, so Chisel ended last night. They have 6 days. My friend is in the Chisel, and I told him, I go, it's not ending. It's ending, but that's the enrollment period. But there's almost no way you could do it in 6 days. You're going to have to, spend money to finish it. You could do it and finish it, but it's expensive. But Stinger's going to end soon in a few days. Again, you'll have another 6 days of overtime. If you want to get a Stinger, go right ahead and get it. It's not that difficult. Just go into the contract and look at the requirements. Oh, I can't show them to you because I completed it recently. Yeah, I'm doing Talon right now. So you have to do stuff. You just go through the explanations, and it'll show you what you're doing. Stinger is a really, medium. I'd say medium level contract. You're going to need some tier 6 tanks, tier 6 light tanks, I believe. Sounds right. Tier 6 or higher. I mean, and you could use Cold Wars if you have them. If you want to, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. But in every one of those contracts, you get 3 days of premium time. I did the Tusk, and I think the Tusk had 2 3-day sections. One of the contracts I did gave me 6 days of premium. Jackpot. That was funny. My friend was doing Chisel. He's still doing Chisel. He's in the last stage. He's got about 400,000 to go. I told him, dude, just every day, daily double, daily double, daily double, use your boosters, etc. on the daily doubles. And you can knock this out in 3 or 4 days. Really, it's not a big deal. For him, he's a tremendous medium player. I am not. I'm okay. So the thing I did the same thing that I told him to do. I did it on the big top. And I was doing 80,000 a day on daily doubles. But he's better than me. He'll do it better, easier, and faster. So he can do this no problem. But I did the Chisel contract. I told him, hey, I'm going to do Chisel. He's like, oh, man, really? I go, yeah. I'm going to do right up to stage 5, get my 3 days of premium, and get the heck out of there because I don't want any part of stage 7 or stage 8. He was like, you jerk. Awesome. I'm not doing that. That's stage 7. You got to make 280 kills. All right? At tier 10 or Cold War. Very doable, but man, it is annoying, and my friends, they're mad when guys steal their kills because they got to do 280. Okay, and then after that one, stage 8 of the Chisel, 980,000 tank experience. So you better have a bunch of boosters, 2 and 3 times vehicle boosters. If you have those, now if you do daily doubles, you get double credit, so it basically will cut it in half, 490,000. And if you use times 2 boosters all the way through, you're going to cut it in half again, $250,000. It's not that bad. But now, if you were going to buy a lot of vehicle boosters, the Chisel contract stage 8 is the place that I would say, you're probably smart to do it there. But outside of that, I think you're kind of a wacko. All right? Because you're going to throw a lot of money away. Now, the Chisel's an expensive tank. If we went to buy the Chisel, you can literally buy it, and it's about 30,000 gold. Where is this Chisel? It's actually over. I can't find out how much. Well, it's basically about the same as the machine. Let's go look at the machine. You can't skip stages 1 through 5. I was going to say to replace, I'm not saying. I want to say it's like 30,000 gold. It's whatever the price is, it's hideously expensive. So you could go and buy vehicle boosters if you wanted to buy some of those crazy. I mean, I'm not recommending you buy this ×5 booster pack stuff, but if you wanted to spend 10 grand on ×5 vehicle boosters to down the road pick up the machine, pick up the chisel, that actually is not a bad deal, because those are tier 10 good expensive tanks. So you could end up paying 10,000 gold and get 2 tier 10s. That's kind of a deal. So it's all in how you frame your expenditures. If you're going to be disciplined and not throw them away on using them on other stuff, you know, just on high value contracts. The big top was a tier 7. It was a tier 7 medium. The end of that one was kind of annoying. And I'm like, I'm not doing 3 times plus. It's more than stage 8 of the chisel is more than 3 times the big top was 280,000 and the chisel's 980,000. It's almost 4 times the big top, but it's like 3.5 or whatever it is. So again, it's all in how you can frame this in your mind. For some people, buying those ×5 boosters could be a good deal if they're going to work the big contracts, the chisel, the tusk, the machine, maybe slapjack. I haven't looked at slapjack. I'll do that later. Let me look at this. Slapjack's at tier 7. Yeah, it's nothing spectacular. Like, I don't need the Talon either, but the Talon is a premium tank that I need the Talon more than the Slapjack, because the Talon is a premium tank. It's in the cards right now. I think it's in the red cards. So you get the Talon, you could get gold refund if you get a lucky long haul card that has a Talon in it. So there's a method to the madness with the Talon. So the Talon, I'm going to expend effort to acquire it because it's a premium tank that could theoretically give you gold. The Slapjack is just a mercenary tank. So if you want it, fantastic. My friend Armored Wraith, he plays mediums. He loves mediums. He'll go for this for sure. He's doing the Talon as well. He'll go for this. He's ahead of me on the Talon. But I'm sure he'll get the Slapjack because he's a medium guy. And, you know, he's good at it and he likes those. And it's like, yeah, it's awesome. It was really funny because our friend who's doing the chisel, him, Armored Wraith, and myself, we played 3-man platoon. I go, let's help him out on his chisel. He's like, okay. So, well, actually, the chisel guy was playing heavy tanks because he was doing that as part of the chisel. It was one of the things you could do. He was playing a heavy tank Cold War 4211. Armored Wraith was playing a medium, one of those ones with rockets or whatever. I don't remember what it was, VT2 or something. That doesn't have rockets. But anyway, he was playing a medium. I was playing a light tank. And it's like, we're all vicious monsters in each of those tanks. So you had 3. It's like you had Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Wolfman running together as a pack. They're all 3 different, and they're all awesome at what they do. And there was a game that we played where everyone on my team died except me, and I had 4 guys trying to kill me, but I was running around like a freak, and the other guys were like, screw this guy. We can't catch him. They're going to capture the base. So they captured the base. I was the only guy to survive my team in my light tank, my Scorpion 90. So it's just one of those things that was really funny. So it depends, you know, figure out what makes you happy. So figure out what makes you happy, and that'll be the best way to go, whatever that is. So that's really the bulk of what's new Tuesday. Now, I have another video coming up about the Kolobenov's medal. If you've never gotten the Kolobenov's medal, it's very difficult. It is a difficult medal. I know that I must have one already, but I got another one. So let me double check this. There it is. What does that say? 3? 3. That's how difficult it is. I picked one of those up yesterday. So, and I'm making a video. I just haven't made the video yet. That's upcoming. So you've got to come back at some point and watch the Kolobenov's medal. It's fantastic. Like I said, check out my videos on how to get those free tanks I was telling you about before you buy anything from the store. So, you know, hopefully this was very helpful to you. Thanks for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends. There's all kinds of stuff. Anytime I find out good info, I pass it on to you guys here. So I will see you guys in the next one. Remember, Kolobenov's Medal, super hard, really an awesome game. You'll enjoy it.